Welcome back to Project Totally Quackers. Yeah, we're gonna try and finish this one off. Yeah, I can't remember what we got to do. Well, there's a seat, obviously. Oh, I guess we're gonna need something to sit on. Got to sort out the lighting. Oh no, we've done that. Got to sort out the speedo. How we're gonna mount that. And then yes, it's our friend the electrics. Got to get this baby running again, and that's where we left it. Yes. Wasn't encouraging. What is encouraging is the paint job. Lovely. Did I say that already? While we've got that lovely tank on, I'm going to just mark up where I need to chop that main fuel line to match up with the petcock. Yeah. Then we'll get rid of all that clutter and get down to the electrics. We do have power, and it does light things up, so it's a start, right? Well, managed to get the clutch cable sorted at least. Next up, the throttle grip, and I'm trying to file that groove that the cable itself actually fits in, because it's always just a little bit narrow and a little bit notchy, and what we don't want is the cable fraying. And all I've got to do this is a nail file. Yeah, there must be a better way. Must be something in here. That might do it. Little grinding tool. Well, yes indeed, that made quick work of it, and it fits a lot better now. Hopefully without destroying the integrity of the outer wall that just keeps the cable kind of lined up. But yeah, I think we just managed to shave off exactly the right amount. So, did anyone else notice that I did it to the wrong one? Yes, this is the one we're supposed to be doing it to. This is for the Kawasaki, because that matches that. This is for that. Anyway, that's the trouble when you've got two projects and you're using the same stuff for the same thing. The good point is that we're going to have the same issue for the Honda, and therefore that's not a problem. See, now we've established that this is the right tool to use. So that's in there now. We just wrap it round, drop it in its housing, like so. And then lift it up here. I can't do this one-handed. Lift it up here. Oh, actually I can. Look, amazing. Man of many talents. Sit it on there. Now I can't let go. And get the top half. And just bolt that on. Like so. Just there we go. Just snug tight for the moment. As usual, there's a 50-50 situation with these cables. One is for the return and one is for the actual opening of the throttle. And I usually label them green for go and red for stop. Yeah, that's kind of fairly straightforward. Anyway, I obviously labelled them as such this time around, wrongly around. So when I fitted all that up, it wouldn't open, and I couldn't understand why until I checked the cables. Anyway, it works now, and I haven't fitted this one yet, and I don't know whether I will. As you well know, a lot of the time I don't. I may or may not fit this. Depends how much of a pain in the arse it is, right? If I don't, I shall be removing it, and it's that one there, the forward one. Oh, I know. When's he going to start it up? We want to hear it. We want to know what those pipes sound like. Well, there's some minor complications. Aha! Jam jar. No, this is not a lesson in Cockney rhyming slang, although if you know the answer, put it in the description. Comments. Yes. Yes, still searching for things that fit this. Save me actually creating something. Yes, the GPS Speedo. And this ridiculous jam jar has a 2-part lid. Really? Yes. Which might fit perfectly if I took the plastic off. So I might use that for the Kawasaki and continue to explore random metal cylindrical things. What about a baked bean tin? Maybe a Coca-Cola can. Oh, I know, if you didn't know me better, you'd think I was joking. No, it is not a mini scrap parts bin. It's, well, of course, it's a pepper pot. Yes, I'm determined to use this. So that's the base from the heads up. And, yes, that's the top of the pepper pot. It just so happens that diameter is perfect-ish. So, having removed the plastic, yeah, look, that fits. And what I haven't worked out is how I'm going to fit the actual GPS to the pepper pot and the pepper pot to the frame. Yeah, don't know. Don't see to be continued. No, it's not the end of the episode. Do not adjust your set. We've barely started. No sooner said than done. Yes, 3 months later, we have the seat back. It's all right. I mean, it looks kind of good. It's highlighted some issues, i.e. that. Don't know if we want to be drilling holes in it, though. Not sure. I guess we better put it on properly with the tank and everything and find out what it really looks like. Alrighty, tank is on, seat is tucked under, as it should be, and fairly elevated at the back, but obviously once it's bolted into place, it's going to look something like that. So we definitely need to do something about those, recess them somehow. That's going to be interesting. It's starting to look quite sexy though. I like that. I do like that. Yeah. Well, I remember it's time to sort out this light and the angle. Yeah, because we want it kind of lower in the seat, or higher in the seat, I guess, because this is upside down. And that involves propping it up at the back end, I guess, i.e. something under here. I have a cunning plan. And that is simply a block of wood under here. And for two good reasons. Firstly, obviously, I have a block of wood. Secondly, it's lightweight and easy to fix with some glue. And initially, I'm just going to be gluing it to the base. It'll, as long as that holds, it will hold this up and therefore tilt everything else down at the other end. And that'll work beautifully, we think. Don't know if I even need to glue it, to be honest. It's pretty wedged. Probably should. So then we've got to look at this situation and what we're going to do about that. I'm not sure yet. Those are just rubber doofers, so we could probably take them out. I might do that. And then swap these out for some flathead type guys. That'll work. Yeah, so that is basically like a 2-part rubber washer. Next up, putting a mounting hole in the back of the seat base, or the tailpiece. And probably should have done that before I painted it as well. Anyway, 10mm down from the top. And somewhere in the middle, I guess. So, has anyone spotted the problem? Seat needs to be off to bolt this to the frame. Tail unit. So that means you need access to that once bolted to the frame, because then you put the seat on last. And that means removing the light every time. That would be tedious, wouldn't it? I guess you could get through there with a really long Allen key. But that would be kind of ridiculous. Okay. It's the little things, yes. The pain in the arse things. So, on the throttle, I've noticed that we've got like that much turn before anything happens. Right, so that means I should probably try and get it on the next notch round here if I can inside. Alternatively, we can adjust it up on that bolt there. Yeah, that's the other option. The other thing I'm not happy about, and listen carefully, when it's ready to go and actually do its function, there's like a click before it actually starts opening the throttle. So I'm wondering if it's those pistons, for want of a better word, that go up and down in the carburetors to let fuel and air and everything in, that are kind of just catching before they actually open. Well, obviously we didn't get it finished, did we? No, just more questions. Maybe next time. Anyway, thanks for tuning in again. Do appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe down here somewhere. And of course, encourage others to watch my lunacy.